If you do go on to enjoy today's video, do me a favour and hit that like button and of course subscribe to the channel for more daily content. And if you need any coins for Ultimate Team to get a head start on the game, head to the link in the description, use the code TVM for a discount at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new video, and I don't know whether there's actually any point whatsoever in me doing this, but I want to do it because I really wanted to use him and I wanted to have a purpose of using him as well. It is the very free David Beckham, 86 rated. All you have to do is play the game, turn it on, log in, job done, log out, log back in, and you'll have the David Beckham pack. So everybody has him. Is there any point in me reviewing him? I mean, without you going into a game and finding out how good he is, I suppose I can tell you, really. He's one lower than his base icon. I wish, and I know they won't, and I don't know how they've managed to get this, but I wish they do this for other cards, because having a Real Madrid version of this card, I mean, it's not ideal because he doesn't link to everyone like a normal icon would, but that's half of the appeal to a certain extent. It would be really good if they did, you know, like a Liverpool Steven Gerrard, for example. It just makes him a little bit more personal, I guess, and for Real Madrid fans who love David Beckham, this is awesome. But also, it's a free card. So, first time we've had David Beckham in FIFA Ultimate Team. One of the icons that I've been calling for the most. I'm so glad he's now in the game. I really hope that they bring him out as an SBC or something at some point so that I can get it done. But for right now, the 86 is going to have to do. I wanted to make this video not just because, you know, I might as well because it's a free card, we'll do a review on him, but he has triggered something in me, and not in the conventional sense of the word trigger. You know, when someone said, oh, I'm triggered, they generally mean that they're annoyed at something or something has really like pissed them off or something like that. But this is completely the opposite. This has made me want to go out and just play with cards of people I enjoy watching and players I enjoy watching in real life. Playing with David Beckham was, and I don't like to use the term breath of fresh air, but it was. And I am in a friendlies mode. Does it matter if I lose? Absolutely not. Am I doing things I would normally do in a competitive game? Yes, of course I am. Why? Because it doesn't matter if I lose at the end of the day. He doesn't have great pace, although I did play him as a right cam in a 4-2-3-1. He replaced, I think, I used him on my La Liga team for a few games. I ended up having to finish the review in a little bit of managerial masterpiece, and I also went back in to the icon swaps mode, and I was playing, but then I'd just give people the win if at the end of the game, because obviously I didn't need the win myself. So 75 acceleration, 75 sprint speed, only 3-star, medium work rates. In terms of a, you know, quote unquote meta conventional card, this ain't it. He doesn't have legs. He's not 4-star. His shot power is not particularly great. His finishing isn't fantastic. He doesn't have great agility or balance. He's 6 foot. In game, he feels absolutely massive. I think they maybe got the proportions of it wrong. He just doesn't, I don't know, he doesn't look right in game, really, in terms of his body type. Because he has got an average body type. He doesn't have a David Beckham body type, which is a little bit irritating. 92 vision, 91 crossing, 94 free kicks, 87 short passing, 89 long passing, and some decent dribbling stats to boot. His stamina is okay. His strength is fine, I guess, and his aggression is quite high. His strength is actually higher than I thought it might be. In terms of how good he is compared to the other David Beckham cards, I'll have to go and have a look. For some reason, Footbit don't have the 86 in the same category as the other one. So I'm going to go look at his base icon, because I would imagine that's the one you compare him to the most. I mean, there's not an awful lot. I mean, there is a little bit of a difference, of course, but in terms of like passing, there's like 2 difference in passing, I think 2 difference in dribbling, there's only 2 difference in pace, or 3 difference, sorry, and then 3 difference in shooting. The defending and the physical look kind of the same. It's a little bit of a kick in the teeth, actually, for the people. I mean, we knew this was coming, but it's a little bit of a kick in the teeth for those who have packed the base icon. You've more or less got the same card in that free David Beckham. It's just specific to Real Madrid, and it's a right-sided card, but either way. Now, with that being said, is he actually any good? I mean, kind of, I guess, from things like set pieces, free kicks, crosses. He wouldn't be terrible as a centre mid, I suppose. I mean, I'm not saying he'll be good. He definitely wouldn't be good, but he wouldn't be terrible. You can 100% use him in friendlies, as I've been doing. I mean, if you're good enough, you can take him into rivals, or if you've dropped down divisions, or even if you don't play in a particularly competitive division, you can probably use him in there. Would I want to bring him on and use him in rivals or in weekend league? Maybe not. Not unless I knew I was winning the game, that is. But what happened with him, I was playing, and you'll notice from the way that I'm playing and the clips that I'm showing you, it's not normal stuff, you know. It's not me trying to do step overs and trying to, you know, do little 1-2s necessarily, or even juggling with the ball or anything. I'm hitting some crosses. I'm putting some corners in. I'm taking some free kicks. My opponents, by the way, knew full well what I was trying to do with free kicks. I started playing for free kicks on the edge of the area, and I've never noticed before that if you actually play for free kicks, you win a lot of them. But I couldn't really get many in. I don't know how many goals I'll show you from David Beckham's free kicks, but it was really frustrating. They kept putting people on the line because they knew what I was trying to do, and I understand why they would do it. Obviously, you don't want to concede, but I just wanted that sort of picturesque David Beckham free kick. But there we are. It is what it is. I played, I don't even know how many 70-yard cross-field balls, and nearly every single time pinpoint accurate. I was playing as if I was watching Beckham. I wasn't playing to the meta of FIFA. I was playing as if I was just watching Beckham on TV, and he was playing as if he was playing. You know, back in the day, he used to just rake the ball across field. He'd put pinpoint accurate crosses into the box, and that's what I was doing over and over and over again. And I was thinking, do you know what? This is so much fun to just try and recreate some of the stuff that he would do and not worry about trying to do step overs and a few drag backs and trying to do that broken chip volley shot, and, you know, just ignoring all the meta that there is in FIFA. I mean, don't get me wrong, once we got it into a player like Messi or whatever that we were able to do some meta stuff with, I'm not saying I wouldn't do that, but with Beckham I wasn't focused on that. It was just, let's see if we can play this really awkward pass, and let's see if we can actually pull it off, and if we can shoot from distance and maybe trouble a goalkeeper and do some David Beckham-esque things. And he did everything I wanted him to do. And even though he's not meta, and even though he's very difficult to use in certain scenarios, and he's not really good enough to be a right wing, and you can't really use him too much as a centre mid, I mean, he's alright, but he's not the best, I just stuck a hunter on him, and I thought, you know what, have some pace, your free kicks and your crossing, they're good enough, composure's good enough, ball control's good enough. Let's just rake some balls across the field and see what we can come up with. And it was actually very effective. I really like this card. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't think it's a competitive one in the slightest. But in terms of people who grew up watching David Beckham, which I appreciate, probably not that many of you would have watched most of, if not even a little bit of his career. He's 45 years old now. Unless you were watching him in the last, I don't know, 20 years, you probably wouldn't have seen much of him other than just highlights. But yeah, very good to just try and recreate some of the stuff that he used to do. And a lot of fun. And that's the word I'm looking for here. It's fun. Is it competitive? Can you use him in a competitive mode? I wouldn't personally. But if you're just looking for fun in this game, get him on the pitch, put him at right back, and just launch that ball towards your left wing. Lot of fun. And that's the takeaway. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, of course, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.